So, hi everyone. I guess my voice is audible. So, today we're going to look through the reading of the yesterday's exam, which was in the 6th July. So, it was actually I was shocked by this, saying this passage, and we are going to do it together. And in my opinion, it's going to be really useful for you. So the how I always start my reading passages, I always look through the topic, food, paddle, irrigation, okay? And then next I look for the types of the questions. So I have true, false, not given, filling the blanks, and of course no more than 3 words. I mean, we have to answer the questions below. There should be no more than 3 words. Okay, let's start with the true false not given. I'm going to just read 2 of them. It's more effective to resolve poverty or food problem in a large scale rather than in small scale. So it means it's more effective to solve poverty or food problem in a large scale, and then I always read the second one also. Construction of gigantic dams costs more time in developing countries. So it costs more time in developing countries. So okay, then I'm gonna look through the next one. So no more than 3 words. Okay, I have to find the words of it, right? So it's handles of pumps, materials. So if it's about the construction, I'm gonna look for this question. So I have this kind of keywords here, like pulleys, threadless, and wall box here. So if I see this kind of words about the construction, I'm definitely going to look for this questions. And how large area can a treadle pump irrigate the field at low level of expense? How large area can a treadle pump? Okay, so now let's read the passage. Until now, governments and development agencies have tried to tackle the problem through large-scale projects, gigantic dams, sprawling irrigation canals, and vast new fields of high-yield crops introducing during a green revolution, the famous campaign to increase grain harvests in developing nations. Traditional irrigation, however, has degraded the soil in many areas, and the reservoirs behind dams can quickly fill up with silt, reducing their storage capacity and depriving downstream farmers of fertile sediments. Furthermore, also, the Green Revolution has greatly expanded worldwide farm protection since 1950. Poverty stubbornly persists in Africa, Asia, Latin America. Continued improvements in the productivity of large farms may play the main role in boosting food supply, but local efforts to provide cheap individual irrigation systems to small farms may offer a better way to lift people out of poverty. So, okay. Traditional irrigation, however, has degraded the soil in many areas, and the reservoirs behind dams can quickly fill up with silt, reducing their storage capacity and depriving downstream farmers of fertile sediments. So poverty actually since 1950 exists in the Africa, Asia, and Latin America, and its continued improvements of large areas may play the main role in boosting food supply, but local efforts to provide cheap individual irrigation systems to small farms may offer a better way to lift people out of poverty. Okay, so the answer is kind of true in my opinion, because if you look here, continued improvements in the productivity of large farms may play the main role in boosting food supply, but local efforts to provide cheap individual irrigation systems to small farms may offer a better way to lift people out of poverty. I guess no, it's not true. It's false, guys. So it is false. It is false. Construction of gigantic dams costs more time in developing countries. Okay. So Let's see. The Green Revolution was designed to increase the overall food supply, not to raise the incomes of the rural poor. So it should be no surprise that it did not eradicate poverty or hunger. India, for example, has been self-sufficient in food for 50 years, and its granaries are full, but more than 200 million Indians, one-fifth of the country population, are malnourished because they cannot afford the supply of afford the food they need, and because the country's safety nets are deficient. In 2000, 189 nations committed to the Millennium Development Goals, which called for cutting world poverty in half by 2015. With business as usual. However, we have little hope achieving most of the Millennium Goals, no matter how much money rich countries contribute to poor ones. Okay. Okay, but there is only about the money. So there is no evidence about the, how can I say? There is nothing about this thing, guys. There is nothing about gigantic trams, construction of the gigantic trams, right? They're talking about only the money and the people who are struggling for the poverty. So I don't know if the answer for the first one also is false. So we have to look through it. We didn't get this one. We don't have an answer for this one. Okay, let's read. Let's continue. If we kind of say the answer, we're gonna come back. So supply-driven strategies of the Green Revolution, however, will not help subsistence farmers who must play their strengths to compete in the global marketplace. The average size of family farm is less than 4 acres in India, 1.8 acres in Bangladesh, and about half an acre in China. Combines and other modern farming tools are too expensive to be used on such small areas. An Indian farmer selling to surplus wheat grown on his 1 acre plot could not possibly compete with the highly efficient and subsidized Canadian wheat farmers that typically stretch over thousands of acres. Instead, subsistence farmers should exploit the fact that their labor costs are the lowest in the world, giving them a comparative advantage in growing and selling high-value intensively farmed crops. We got the answer for the 11. So we have to find how large area can treadle pump irrigate the field at a low level of expense. So in the low level of expense, they can actually it was kind of here, yes. Okay, combines and other modern farming tools are too expensive to be used in such a small areas. An Indian farmer selling syrups wheat grown on his own acre plot could not possibly compete with the highly efficient wheat farms that typically stretch over thousands of acres. Instead, subsistence farmers should exploit the fact that their labor costs are the lowest in the world, giving them a comparative advantage in growing and selling high-value, intensely farmed crops. OMG, it's kinda. Okay, or too expensive. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna come back. Paul Polak first turned the need for a small-scale strategy in 1981 when he met Abdul Rahman, a farmer in the Noakhali district, Bangladesh, whom he had 3/4 acre plots of rain-fed rice fields. Abdul could grow only 700 kilograms of rice each year, 300 kilograms less than what he needed to feed his family. During the 3 months before October the rice harvest came in, Abdul and his wife had to watch silently while their 3 children survived on one meal a day or less. As Pollock walked with him through the scattered fields he had inherited from his father, Pollock asked what he needed to move out of poverty. Control of water for my crops, he said, at a price I can afford. What is Abdul's new roof made of? Okay, I cannot understand the saying about one thing. How large area can treated pump irrigate the field at low level of expense? Soon Polak learned about simple device that could help Abdul achieve his goal, a treadle pump. Developed in the late 19th century engineer Gunnar Barnes, the pump is operated by a person walking in a place on a pair of treadles and two handle arms made of bamboo. Oh, we got the construction. Okay, properly adjusted and maintained can operate several hours a day without tiring the users. Each treadle pump has two cylinders which are made of engineered plastic. The diameter of a cylinder is okay, and the height is okay. The pump is capable of working up to a maximum depth of 7 meters. Operation beyond 7 meters is not recommended to preserve the integrity of rubber components. The pump mechanism has piston and foot valve assemblies. The treadle action creates alternate throws and two pistons that lift water in pulses. Okay, but we still, I have to look for the. Okay, I have to look for this one also, guys, kinda. But before doing it, let me see it. Handles of pumps materials is what? Okay. The pump operated by a person walking in a place and a pair of tendrils and two handle arms made of bamboo. So, handles bamboo's material is made of bamboo. So it says bamboo kinda, guys. And then what? Properly adjusted maintained can be operated several hours a day without tiring. Each pump have two cylinders which are made of engineered plastic. So each 2 cylinders. It has 2 cylinders. Okay, we found it here. Cylinders. It has 2 cylinders. I guess I wrote it in the right way, right? 2 cylinders. Yes. There is no L, guys, sorry for the grammar mistake. I mean spelling mistake. Foot walls and which connects jump mechanism can generate water pulse. Okay, foot wall valves. Let's find this one also. The diameter of a cylinder is a pipe is capable of working up to maximum operation beyond 7 is not recommended to preserve the integrity of the rubber component. The pump machine has piston and assemblies. Okay, the treadle action creates alternate stroke in the two pistons that lift the water in pulse. So the answer is piston here, and piston. Okay. Treadle pump can extract water underneath up to. Okay, it can extract water up to what? I guess it's up to 7 meters. 7. So we found the answers until from 7 to 10. Now we have to find from 11 till 13. In this, I guess we had the answer for the green revolution foil to increase foil to increase global crop production from the mid 20th century. Okay, global production from green. Okay. A new machine was designed to increase the overall food supply, not to raise incomes of rural poor, so it should be no surprise that it did not eradicate poverty or hunger. So it didn't do anything. Okay, in the nation commits to many goals, which call for cutting world poverty in half by with business as usual. However, we have little how achieving most goals, no matter how much money each country contributes once. Foiled. Let's say the meaning of the foiled, guys. I guess we're going to find the answer, kinda. So let's see what this foiled means. Foiled. Okay, it means prevent something as they're wrong from succeeding. Frustrate. Like. Okay, it's kinda false, I guess. Yes, it thinks it kinda disappointed, but it didn't. It actually kinda improved. Look, guys, it cut the half of them. Called for cutting the world poverty in half by 2015. It kinda had an increase, guys. The poverty decreased. That's why. So I'm gonna put for this one not given. Agricultural production in Bangladesh declined in last decades. Agricultural production in Bangladesh. I guess we had Bangladesh here. So Bangladesh and about agri in China. No, there is nothing about the Bangladesh. From the 3/4 acre plots, rice could grow October as harvest. Okay. Let's read. The human-powered pump can irrigate half an acre of vegetables and costs only $25, including the expense of drilling to well down to the groundwater. Abdul heard about the treadle palm from a cousin and was one of the first farmers in Malaysia to buy one. He borrowed $25 from an uncle and easily repaid the loan for 4 months later. During the 5-month dry season, when Bangladesh typically farm very little, Abdul used the treadle palm to grow a quarter acre of chili peppers, tomato, cabbage, and plants. He also improved the yield of one of his rice plots by irrigating it. His family ate some of the vegetables and sold the rest to the village market, earning a net profit of $100. With his new income, Abdul was able to buy rice for his family to eat, keep his 2 sons in school until they were 16, and set aside a little money for his daughter's dowry. When Polak visited him again in 1984, he had doubled the size of his vegetable plot and placed such roof on his house with corrugated tin. Our family was raising a calf, some chickens. He told me that treadle palm was a gift from Han. Corrugated tin. So the answer for this one is corrugated tin, I guess. Corrugated. 10, and this how large array can trade up irrigate low expenses. It can okay, irrigate half an acre of half acres, I guess, right? Half. How much did Bangladesh farmers invest by this simulation? Okay, let's say Bangladesh is particularly well suited from the treadle pump because a huge reserve of groundwater lies just a few meters below the farmer's feet. In the early 90s, the idea initiated a campaign to market the pump, encouraging 75 small private sector companies, manufactured devices, and several thousand village dealers and well drillers to sell and install them. Over the next 12 years, 1.5 million farm families purchased the treadle pumps, which increased the farmers' net income by a total of 105 million a year. Okay. Leveraged by the investment. 37.5 million. In the contrast, expense of building conservation dam and canal irrigation farmland would be in the range of 37.5. Okay, half. So this one not given. Yes, I guess. Over the next 12 years, yes. True. This one not given, but it can also be kind of true, guys. So yeah, it depends. This one depends on the answer. So yeah, let's check it.